Hey there everyone, this is Darkside2K7 aka South Sky Caesar. And man, I love my boy Clay Travis of Outkick. He always called these idiots out, these woke idiots out in the sports media. And this time he called out ESPN. Of course he did. What ESPN crime they did, you ask? They decided to push that same tire bullshit lie, social justice lie about Jacob Blake. For those of you who don't know, Jacob Blake was a black man who was shot 7 times by the police a few last year, and and he didn't die, but he didn't die, thankfully, but you had idiots running on the mouth saying that he was an unarmed black man who was shot by the police, which is. And then it turns out that Jacob Blake actually said in an interview that he was armed. He had a fucking knife. He actually admitted that. Yet people are still running this same bullshit lie that Jacob Blake didn't have a knife. Which is proof why SJWs don't do no fucking research. Well, now Adrian Wojnarowski, or Woz as they call it, he's been exposed for pushing the same bullshit lie in an ESPN article. But I'm going to read it on Outkick. ESPN added 2 corrections to the lie that Jacob Blake was unarmed. Earlier Sunday, ESPN Adam Wojnarowski inaccurately wrote that Jacob Blake was unarmed when Blake was shot by the police in 2020. Blake went on record months ago to say, yeah, I had a knife. Yet ESPN has said it twice in the past month he didn't. Mark Jones, unsurprisingly, was the first to spread this lie on ESPN airways during an NBA game. Sunday afternoon, Outkick was the only outlet to point out that ESPN has tried again to spread this lie, one that promises to cause more racial division. We also requested an official statement. Moments later, ESPN oddly rewrote the story. Instead of lying, ESPN opted to mislead its readers. In the first update, ESPN took out the lie that Blake was unarmed, but refused to mention that he was armed. The idea behind this is to make it seem like Blake was a zero threat. Clay Travis put in a tweet that called him out that says, so ESPN was caught in a blatant lie by Outkick, and now they won't comment on their lie. Perfect. How can you trust anything this network says or does? Simply put, you can't. ESPN responded to our request by pointing out that the correction, it said it would not comment on the matter. So, as we always do, we added ESPN's decision to decline comments into our story. Soon after, ESPN updated Woj's story for the second time, admitted that it incorrectly reported that Jacob Blake was unarmed when he was shot 7 times in Kenosha, Wisconsin, by the Kenosha police in Wisconsin. In 2021, it takes a lot of work to get an outlet to report the truth or a portion of the truth. The first point to be made is that Wo's original phrase is indefensible. No excuse. ESPN was called out once for this, did nothing, and did it again. ESPN is a sports outlet. Many of its consumers are unaware of unrelated to sports news stories. Thus, ESPN should go to each of these stories, assuming its consumers are unaware of details, perhaps hearing the story for the first time. ESPN added a correction 5 hours later, after most of the readers already read the story. The correction will have a minimal impact unless Woz tweets the line was wrong to his 5 million followers. Secondly, how did no one in ESPN catch this error? The story got homepage treatment for 4 hours. The original line likely made it past several editors and ESPN.com employees. How many knew but didn't want to acknowledge it? Finally, if the executives at ESPN were not such cowards, petrified of social media backlash and leaks, they would address this problem when Mark Jones first stated Blake was unarmed. If ESPN would have, this likely would not have happened again, especially not in a few weeks later. I give ESPN several chances to correct Jones. The network couldn't. Simple. This was incorrect would have sent a message to ESPN employees. A lot of individuals are to blame for Woz' story, but it starts at the top, and I don't blame him. And I think the reason why this has happened, and I think I know why they're doing this. The reason why ESPN won't do it because they are so busy being wrapped in a woke and pushing this blatant lie that they could not know that this is actually a lie. They took this thing and figured it true. And also, like everyone said, Jacob Blake was armed, and Jacob Blake is not really a zero threat. He was a threat. He's a sexual assaulter. He stole a woman's car that had her fucking kids, and the police told him to stop moving, get on the knees while he's walking towards them holding a fucking knife. I mean, there are so many reasons why to prove that Jacob Blake isn't a quote unquote good guy. But ESPN, but people still think that, oh, he's still the victim. See, this is why people don't like. See, this is why ESPN is been known as ESPN. They instead of actually doing their fucking job and talk and report sports and whatnot, they want to get fucking political and act like CNN. I mean, I can't even watch First Take or any of its program on there anymore. Because every time when I watch that shit, it's mostly me watching fucking CNN. It's fucking baffling if you ask me. But hey, what I know, right? I'm just a guy who just want to watch sports, man. Who just want to watch sports and don't want to be bogged down by this woke bullshit. Okay, I mean, seriously, you would think they would get the fucking message, right? But they won't. They're too fucking stupid or too fucking woke. And the reason why they won't correct woes is because they're afraid of the social media idiots, the idiots on Twitter, calling them a bunch of fucking racist or whatever bullshit hot button issue or whatever phrase that they like to say. Because in turn, to these idiots, they thought by calling somebody a racist means that they automatically wins the argument. You don't win the argument by calling someone a racist. You don't win the argument by calling someone a sexist. You don't win the argument if you call somebody a bigot, a homophobe, xenophobe, whatever fucking buzzwords you say. It doesn't make you smart. It makes you more of an asshole and an idiot because you have nothing to come back. You don't have any clever witty phrase to come back with. But you know, I just want to put this out here. But anyway, fuck you ESPN, and also fuck you Wolves, and also fuck you Mark Jones for trying to push this bullshit lie saying that Jacob Blake wasn't armed. He was armed. You just too fucking stupid or too much bunch of fucking bitches to admit it. As always, be sure to leave a comment, like this video, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss another update, share with your friends, share with your neighbors, share with your significant other, and that's about it. You know the drill. Oh, and also, I'll leave an article for Outkick in the video in the description below so you can take a look at it. As always, this is Darkside2K7, aka Sonic Sky Sixer. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to watch this video, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. God bless you all. And fuck you, ESPN.